We asked people a question. How much money do you think you'll need when you retire?
Nearly 6 in 10 retirees said they called it a career earlier than they had initially planned.
Americans are reaching retirement in worse financial shape than their parents.
Today, we're diving into a topic that hits home for everyone eventually: retirement. Quick gut check. When you picture retirement, what do you see? Swaying hammocks? Passport stamps? Backyard barbecues with the grandkids? For many, retirement feels like the ultimate reward, the moment you finally get to live life on your terms. But here's the wake-up call. The average retirement income in America might not stretch far enough to fund those dreams. Millions are staring down a financial gap they didn't see coming. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on what retirement income really looks like and what you can do now to stay ahead of the curve. Whether retirement is just around the corner or still a distant goal, this is the moment to lean in. The insights ahead could reshape your entire game plan. Let's cut to the core. Retirement income isn't always what people imagine. We dream of freedom, travel, and peace of mind. But how does that stack up against the numbers? As of 2024, the median income for Americans 65 and older sits at just $48,780 a year. That's far from the dream, and it gets tougher the older you get. By age 75, that figure often drops below $40,000. Now layer on rising healthcare costs, climbing rents, and shrinking savings. It's a financial squeeze with no easy out. Here's the reality check. In 2023, the average retiree household spent over $60,000 a year. That's more than $5,000 a month just to get by. Housing alone eats up over $21,000 a year. Add in healthcare, food, and utilities, and the gap between income and expenses becomes painfully clear. This isn't theory, it's the daily grind for millions. Imagine this: a retired couple living on $3,500 a month from Social Security and a modest pension. The mortgage is gone, but the bills aren't Medicare premiums, groceries, power bills. It all adds up, and every month they're falling behind, dipping into savings or racking up debt just to stay afloat. Let's break down the money trail. Knowing where retirement income really comes from is the first step to building a plan that lasts. Social Security takes the lead. In 2024, the average monthly benefit lands at $1,976, just over $23,700 a year. For couples, it bumps up to around $3,389 a month, or roughly $37,000 annually. But even with both checks combined, it's often not enough. Social Security was built to support, not sustain. It's a piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture. Next up, pensions. Once the backbone of retirement, now they're fading fast. Many retirees either don't have one or receive modest payouts. Think $10,000 a year, if that. That leaves personal savings and investments, the third leg of the retirement stool. But for many, it's wobbly. Half of retirees with accounts withdraw less than $1,730 a year. Not monthly, yearly. Then there's home equity. It feels like a safety net, but it's not always a soft landing. One retiree sold her longtime home, hoping the proceeds would carry her for a decade. The reality: after taxes, fees, and moving costs, she had just 5 years of cushion. Now she's leaning almost entirely on Social Security. And here's the gut punch. For 1 in 5 retirees, Social Security is the only income source. That's about $24,000 a year, with no backup, no buffer, and no room for error. Let's flip the script and talk about the other side of the equation: expenses. Knowing what you'll spend is just as critical as knowing what you'll earn. In 2023, The average household led by someone 65 or older spent over $60,000 a year. That's more than what many retirees bring in. So where's all that money going? Start with housing, the heavyweight. Even in retirement, it's often the biggest bill. Between mortgages, rent, taxes, and maintenance, retirees shell out over $21,000 a year. And yes, even if the house is paid off, the costs don't disappear. Next comes healthcare. As we age, the bills stack up. The average retiree spends $7,500 to $8,000 a year, and that's before factoring in long-term care. One serious health event can derail years of careful saving. Long-term care alone can top $80,000 a year. Most aren't ready for that kind of hit. Then there's the day-to-day. Food, transportation, insurance, utilities. It all adds up. A retired couple in Phoenix, even without a mortgage, might still face over $5,200 in monthly expenses. When income can't keep up, tough choices follow, tapping into savings, selling assets, or taking on debt. And when inflation outpaces Social Security adjustments, the gap just keeps growing. So what does this mean for you? It means planning for expenses isn't optional, it's essential. The more realistic your outlook, the stronger your financial foundation will be. Where you retire isn't just about sunshine and scenery, it's a financial strategy. Your zip code can stretch your dollars or shrink your lifestyle. Let's unpack how location can make or break your retirement. Take Mississippi, for example. That same $50,000 goes a whole lot further there than in New York or California. In states like Mississippi or Arkansas, many retirees live comfortably on around $55,000 a year. Now flip the map. In high-cost states like Maryland, Connecticut, or Hawaii, you might need $90,000 or more just to maintain a modest lifestyle. That's not a gap, it's a canyon. And it's not just about rent and groceries. Taxes matter. Some states tax your Social Security, pensions, or IRA withdrawals. Others, like Florida and Texas, don't touch them. That difference can be a game changer. That's why states like Arizona, North Carolina, and Florida are retirement magnets. It's not just the weather, it's the math. In rural Georgia, a retiree with a paid-off home might live well on just $42,000 a year. Meanwhile, that same income in Los Angeles, it barely covers rent. This is called geographic arbitrage, choosing a location where your money works harder without you working more. So, as you map out your retirement, don't just dream about where you'll live. Strategize it. The right location can boost your financial security and elevate your quality of life. You've seen the numbers. Now it's time to take control. A smart plan isn't optional. It's the blueprint for turning your retirement dreams into reality. Let's shift from reacting to strategizing. Start with your retirement number. What does your dream life look like? Jet setting? Downsizing? Helping family? Use that vision to build a budget that's rooted in reality and driven by purpose. Next, flex your savings muscle. Snag every 401k match. It's free fuel for your future. Layer in Roth IRAs and HSAs for tax-smart growth. Even small deposits now can explode into serious wealth later. Starting early isn't just smart, it's transformative. A few consistent years of saving can mean 6 figures more when you retire. Then there's Social Security. Claiming early might feel tempting, but it could cost you up to 30% less in monthly income. Waiting until full retirement age or even 70 can boost your payout by 8% a year. Over time, that's tens of thousands of extra dollars. Don't stop at one income stream. Build a mix. Dividends, rental income, passion projects. Even a few hundred extra bucks a month can give you breathing room and peace of mind. Retirement isn't a finish line, it's a strategy. The average income won't fund the dream, but with smart moves now, you can design a future that's bold, secure, and uniquely yours. We're wrapping things up, but not before we lock in the takeaways. We've pulled back the curtain on retirement income, and the truth is clear. The average retiree's income often doesn't cut it. Now it's time to turn insight into action and start shaping the retirement you deserve. We started by breaking down the income basics, Social Security, pensions, and the power of diversifying your income streams. Then, we tackled the heavy hitters, housing, healthcare, and why planning for rising costs is non-negotiable. Next, we zoomed in on geography. Your location isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a financial lever. The right zip code can stretch your budget without stretching your stress. And to tie it all together, we laid out the blueprint. Define your number, supercharge your savings, optimize Social Security, and build multiple income streams to keep your future strong and flexible. Now it's your move. What's one bold step you can take this week to own your retirement game? Start saving, explore your Social Security strategy, talk goals with someone you trust. One decision today can reshape your tomorrow.